here we go.
Hey everybody, it's me, Stuart. Today we're going to be reading a story from the Little Mermaid called Christmas Under the Sea. Ooh, Christmas Under the Sea? I never had one of those before. Alright, well let's see what happens. Here we go. One winter evening, Ariel swam to the water's surface to gaze at a beautiful palace. Ever since she had first gone up to the surface, the Little Mermaid had dreamed about life on land. Ariel's best friend, Flounder, swam with her. Sebastian the crab followed them. He had been instructed to keep an eye on Ariel by her father, King Triton. As Ariel watched the palace, she noticed a lot of twinkling lights. "Look, Flounder," she exclaimed. "I wonder why the palace and the hills are sparkling. It looks like they are covered with stars, but that can't be." Flounder's large eyes grew even bigger as he looked at the sparkling lights. "They seem to be coming from the castle," he said. Each evening at sunset, Ariel and Flounder returned to the surface to watch the lights. Night after night, the castle grew brighter. Soon the castle grounds were twinkling as well. Wow, that's beautiful. One night, Scuttle the seagull spotted Ariel and Flounder in their cove. He landed on a rock beside them. "I see you're enjoying the holidays," he said. Ariel was delighted to see Scuttle. He knew lots of interesting things about humans and how they lived. "Holidays?" Ariel asked. "Sure," Scuttle said. He liked to teach the Little Mermaid about life on land. "This is when humans decorate the halls with holly." I mean, sort of. "But what are those twinkling lights?" asked Ariel. "Humans light candles to welcome the season," Scuttle explained. "There's lots of fun stuff to do during the holidays." Then he began to describe what he'd seen inside the castle. An enormous tree stood in the great hall. It was decorated with ornaments and tinsel. In the banquet hall, tables were piled high with roasts and puddings. Then, Scuttle told Ariel that on December 25th, humans would give presents to one another to show their love. They scattered bright wrappings everywhere and shouted, "Merry Christmas." "Ah, yes," said Scuttle. "The holidays are something to behold." Ariel listened in amazement. How she would love to celebrate the holidays. She imagined singing, eating, and exchanging gifts with her family. She felt sad that Christmas wasn't part of her life in Atlantica. "What if we had our own celebration?" Ariel suggested to Flounder. She brightened as she continued. "We could decorate the Great Hall and our palace. And I can look for gifts for my sisters, for Daddy, too. When he finds out about the holidays, maybe he'll realize that humans aren't so bad." Yeah, humans aren't so bad. For the next few days, Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian prepared for their first holiday celebration. They searched for the most beautiful seashells, sea stars, and water plants they could find. Then they decorated the Great Hall from top to bottom. It was Sebastian's job to keep Ariel's father and sisters away from the hall. Ariel didn't want her big surprise to be ruined. When everything else was done, Ariel and her friends made a large tree from strands of seaweed and hung colorful shells on it. "And now for the candles," Ariel said when the tree was finished. But where would she find those? She needed them to make everything twinkle. Suddenly, the Little Mermaid had an idea. She searched her grotto, where she kept the souvenirs she collected from shipwrecks. She found candlesticks there, but the candles had all floated to the surface. Oh no. Ariel swam to the surface to find Scuttle. "Please, can you help us find some candles?" she asked him. "They're the very best part." "No problem," he said. "I think I can borrow a few." While she waited for Scuttle to return, Ariel found some beautiful pieces of sea glass. She knew the glass was formed when the sand and the waves worked together to create smooth, frosty gems. She thought they would make the perfect gift for her fathers and sisters. The beautiful glass would help them understand how she felt about life on land and in the sea. Meanwhile, Flounder was looking for a present to give Ariel. He wanted to find something from the human world that she longed to be part of. He spotted a shiny crystal button sparkling in the sand. It looked like it had fallen off a human's jacket. Flounder retrieved the button. He wrapped it in seaweed and tied it with a narrow ribbon. Oh, that's nice of him. Holiday Eve came at last. Ariel's heart pounded with excitement as she blew on a large shell horn to summon her fathers and her sisters. "I have a surprise for you," she sang. Ariel's family stared at the festive hall and the colorful tree. "What under the sea is this?" her sisters asked. "Happy holidays," bubbled Ariel. "This is Christmas," she said proudly, "the way humans celebrate." "It is splendid," they agreed. Even King Triton smiled. "Wow, that's beautiful. Good job, Ariel." "And here's the best part," Ariel said. Her eyes sparkled as she thought about her next surprise. "The twinkling lights." She struck a flint to the candles. Nothing happened. She tried again and again, but it didn't work. "It's all ruined," Ariel cried. "We've worked so hard, and now my Christmas is a disaster." "Not so, my dear daughter," said Triton. "Though you cannot make candles burn as they do on land, you put your heart into this surprise. That's what makes it so special." He took his trident and aimed it at the tree. The candles glowed with a magical light. Ariel smiled at her father. From then on, the evening was filled with a festive spirit. Triton ordered up a grand feast, and the court musicians sang carols. Wow, it's all coming along pretty good. Then Ariel gave her sisters and her father their presents. "Where did you find these?" Triton asked. He turned a stone over in his hands. Ariel explained how the sea glass had been fashioned by both land and sea, working together as one. She looked up at her father, who smiled and nodded. He understood why they were important to Ariel. Toward the end of the celebration, Flounder swam over to Ariel. "I have something for you too, Ariel." He gave her the present he'd found. "Merry Christmas." "Flounder, how very precious." Ariel took the crystal, laced the ribbon through the button, and hung it around her neck. The crystal rested near her heart. "Wow, that's beautiful too. Good job, Flounder." The crystal sparkled brightly, just like the lights that she had seen twinkling at the palace. As Ariel gazed at the light, she smiled. Her first Christmas had been a lot of fun. She couldn't wait to tell Scuttle all about it. Yeah. The end. Wow, what a good story about the Little Mermaid. Ariel found out about Christmas and wanted to have it under the sea. And with a lot of preparation, she was able to. I mean, she couldn't get the candles lit because you can't light candles underwater, but her father helped with that, and everything worked out. Good. Alright, well thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. See ya! Thanks for watching. See you next time.